We are looking at an actual pro game of Obikym on REM. Obikym plays for Buff Enjoyers, as you can see. So the reason why we're looking at REM is he's like the one support other than Sinclair that I don't currently play. And I'm learning him right now because I'm actually trialing for teams now, which is kind of odd to say. But this character is really, really good in comp, but he's the one character that I don't play. And if I wanted to climb on a new hero, because I'm kind of getting bored of just like Viscous and Ivy, this would be the other character I'd have to learn. So we're gonna watch him play. I'm gonna give you guys some of the stuff I've already learned from like playing in I played in a scrim with Rem, so I kind of have a little bit of an understanding of what you're supposed to do. So I'll try to get you guys like a good idea of like what Obikym is doing and like why he's going to different places. But what I will say is like this is definitely going to be where Rem shines as compared to ranked. Anyways, enough yap. Main thing that we're gonna be looking at is very fast-paced team right here, and then these two are probably gonna be taking side lanes. Because these are like their gun characters. And thinking about like who's going to take what tunnel and when is going to be important, because not only do we have Rem, we also have Calico. So we have two characters that are going to be in the tunnels, and they really should never have to deal with Mo Krill in tunnel. In my opinion, I don't think he's ever going to be there. So I'm just curious to see how it goes. This is a pro game. We got Billy Rem matchup versus a Mirage Abrams matchup, which is kind of an odd lane. I want to kind of see like how he goes about trading early and how he plays the matchup. So he sees Abrams Mirage, he's going to immediately take left so that Billy can play in the Veil with him. And what I'm going to assume is because he starts tag along, he's going to be pretty aggressive with his trades. Because Rem heals so much that you really don't have to be scared of trading that much. Thing is that when he gets scarabed, he's not going to look for an aggressive trade. There's no need to, because he's going to be doing less damage to the guy anyways. He looked for something into the Abrams to try to parry a creep. They both just parry each other, and then he trades a heavy melee, which isn't bad because, as you can see, tag along is immediately on cooldown, and he's back to full HP. Being aggressive on Rem and trying to do a lot of damage is pretty normal in lane. Your lane is very strong. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for Little Helpers next on this wave when he gets his second ability. He plays on the wave a lot more than I do. It's probably because he actually respects the players a bit more. Billy gets parried. He's going to try to just help the Billy out. Billy gets parried again. This is a lost lane. So a lot of people ask, how do you beat Billy? And to be honest with you guys, that's like exactly how you beat Billy. You know that he's going to look for some cheeky quick melees. If you just parry the Billy, the lane is pretty much won for you. So now this is a really, really difficult lane for Listic and Obikym. Because he got double parried, he needs to just instantly probably reset. And the Rem's trying to like clear the wave. He gets a pillow probably to shove these guys back to just give him some like fighting pressure so he doesn't just instantly die. But usually I go Little Helper second. I don't know if that's normal for his build. But yeah, he kind of has to stick around to not lose the wave. And this is just a really bad situation. Like the big reason why he's going to die here is strictly because the Billy just like got double parried. He gets a solo heal, but I'm actually curious why he dies. Like, he's walking forward because his Billy's coming back. That's why he's being aggressive. You also have the Calico coming over to the reason. Okay, let me explain some things too, by the way. The reason why the Calico is coming over here to help, she's helping with this tier 1 camp on the 2-minute spawn because the Billy is dead. And it looks like over here, this lane is winning. So they're actually able to get this tier 1 camp pretty consistently, right? So usually the Calico would go over on the disadvantaged side to help with this tier 1 camp. But because actually this lane is disadvantaged for green, or for Obikym and the Billy here. The reason, like, it's disadvantaged because like he had to reset. That's why he's coming to this one instead, because it's more disadvantageous and you want to stack more people on that side. That's kind of like why they're doing it. So if you're ever playing a roamer in blue, you want to try to roam on this timer and try to help with the camp. It's very compy to do that. It's very normal. See, Obikym's playing aggressive here and walking in front of the wave because he sees the Calico's coming and they want to try to go for a fight. He gets a lot of good quick melees on this Mirage. The reason why he can do this too is because if the Mirage even parries here, he's going to lose all of the momentum from his dashing, like his jumps. So he would die anyways, even if he parried. So that's like all free damage that he's going to be able to get, which is going to lead to a kill, which is really strong. Right here, the guy just takes too much damage to tower, like straight up, and then he gets roamed on. He probably didn't need to take all that damage to tower. He probably could have just ran away. I think these two could have handled it. Overall, though, like, it's a very compy sequence. And it's a very competitive sequence. Like, this is something that wouldn't happen in your ranked games. I mean, maybe my ranked games, it happens occasionally in, like, super high-level lobbies. But, like, this was very, like, by the book, normal. right, so we're back in the lane. In terms of souls, they're at 1.6, 1.8. They're both at 1.4. And who's the other guy that he's playing with? Abrams at 1.4, 1.4. So that roam from the Calico makes this lane a lot more playable again. Whereas blue is going to be a lot more difficult because they got to this guy got solo wave, got to pick. It's just making it so it's easier for this lane to survive instead of just hard losing. Opening rounds on REM is like super OP. Really good parry from Listic onto the Mirage. And then with a bunch of quick melees, the guy goes down. Another, yeah, I mean, right now, really what Billy is just creating a very fast tempo in this lane where there's a lot of melees going down. So that's why the REM is playing so aggressively. The other thing too is like REM can immediately get his health bar back to full just strictly because of his little helpers. Like he can put a little helper on a minion and then double heal himself effectively. So right here, he knows that boxes are up. There's no wave to really be worrying about. He sees that Celeste is trying to steal his boxes, so he's trying to contest it. He knows that he's not going to die solo to a Celeste this early because Celeste is really bad early game. Like her early game is pretty weak. Unless he gets like light eatered, but I don't think the Celeste is going to overstay there. She cares too much about money. Using a little helper to get some of the boxes quick and just kind of keeping the Billy there on the solo lane. So now what we're going to be thinking is, okay, well, if boxes spawned, why wasn't he immediately just in the tunnels? I'm curious how he plays about tunnels here. He's probably going to go at the 4-minute 15 second timer and then maybe trade with the Calico positions. It's hard to say. Pretty standard buys all around, though. This is just like the piggy build left to right. He also might just look to fight because they're so ahead. Like, he might just try to keep tempo in the lane. So if you were behind, I think you would probably, what you would do, right, is you would have like Calico take enemy boxes, REM takes normal boxes, and kind of do this like weird shift left to right. I don't know if I can draw on the map. Like the REM would go somewhere over this way and take friendly boxes, ending up on this lane, and then Calico, she maybe goes from here and then like REM's over here. So that for the 4-minute 45 second, when that wave is happening, like you can be here, clear this wave, and then like be on the buff in time. It's a way to do it, but the thing is, in this situation, like they're so far ahead on this lane now because they got that double kill that like why would you waste tempo boxing? Like use the soul advantage you have to pressure the enemy team off of this buff. Like at this 4-minute 30 wave. Not right now, but on this 4-minute 30 wave. What's up, Leo? How we doing? Or, I mean, the other thing, too, is if you want to, you can give up tempo on that side lane with the Billy and then look to fight blue to get them back in the game because they're on 2 tempo heroes as well. Like, that's also okay, I think. Like, Billy can also just solo it pretty easily as well. We're watching Obikym from Buff Enjoyers. Buff Enjoyers is the best team in the game right now. I think the options like that we highlighted, and like this is the options that Obikym actually took. So he's holding the buff for Calico because Calico is just going to tempo harder with that movement buff. I think it makes more sense. Like even here, like you see that the lash comes over and like anyone can help this lane later. It's like no big deal. He's going to put a little creep on, or a little thing on a heal creep here, and he possibly could have taken the 2 there if he wanted to, but he was already full HP. Stealing some of the camp here, I guess, is okay. I don't know. I feel like that's really aggressive, but the thing is, if you can get away with it and they're not going to be able to stop you, like why not? I feel like they could have done a little bit more to the tower there. Like these two are like very weak. I mean, 0-2, 0-3, don't have any souls. The thing is, by taking the camp, you're also taking away even more like resources for these two to get back, which is really strong. Again, more little helpers on the minion wave, and we're just going to start pressuring tower now that we're super ahead. I'm surprised it took this long to do it. Grit's really good here because it's going to apply grit to both the REM and the Billy there when he goes in. Something I should honestly start doing. Like, Grit's really strong in this character now that I think about it. But then another roam from blue. That's honestly probably what it is. Like, they probably don't feel super comfortable going on this because they know... Oh my god, double parry. And gets a free heavy melee off. They probably don't feel super safe going green because they know that blue can just roam over because it's Celeste. That's probably like honestly why they don't just like immediately go and try to take tower, because they know that's going to happen. In a ranked game though, I think you would just push forward when you have that much of an advantage and just take the Guardian, because you know that no one's really going to roam. All right, he sees that it's a 1v1 Billy Mirage on the side lane, which he feels comfortable that Listic's going to be able to handle, which he really will. So he's going to try to help blue not lose the tower here. Does hyperline the Celeste. Good ping. They're not looking at them though. I will say this is a very active REM play style. I mean, a lot of like quick melees as well. He thinks he can solo kill this guy. Or at least like do enough damage for Apollo to come over and kill, which is definitely true if he comes over. It's just taking a while. He hasn't taken any tunnels either. I wonder if the Calico is just taking tunnels by herself. We can check the grabs after. I kind of don't think they are. I think they're just playing like really aggressively, like really fast tempo. Okay, like now to get back to green after that roam, he's going to use the tunnels. And judging by the way that the tunnels were looking, it seemed like Calico was already in the tunnels. So they might just be allocating all of that farm to Calico. They're definitely talking about it, though. It's kind of odd, like already seeing a 1v1 in a side lane and no one's helping the Billy or the Mirage just because none of them can die and they think it's a waste of time, I guess. There's so much macro going on that I just can't keep up, I'm gonna be honest. So yeah, they're losing blue. I honestly would have just left. I don't think this is playable because it's a 3-man. But what they're doing here is like Obikym is creating like a numbers advantage on this side of the map, like in blue, and just distracting the enemies so that we can have numbers on yellow and green and take both of these guardians. So it's like not the end of the world by like distracting them and them thirsting for this pick. They're getting 2 guardians out of it, which is honestly worth it when you're talking about REM early game. Only issue is by him dying, he doesn't get to go on doubles, but like a good team would have already been on this doubles as well. So like, I think this is a valuable trade. If he didn't have blue prio, it's going to be really hard for him to steal doubles. But we'll see how the enemy team reacts to it and how Obikym does it. Kind of seems like his team, Obikym, is forcing a fight here on yellow so that they're not able to go for doubles. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes for it right now. Okay, he steals that center and is just going to start walking over here to help with the fight. Sees that the fight is over, so he's probably going to go doubles. Yeah, but the issue here is like good teams won't let you take doubles on time. They just won't. He's going for a decay buy next. It's really good into the Abrams. Also really good into like really most of their team actually. Like really good into Abrams, really good into all of these. Like so much healing here. So he jumped out of the Apollo before the Apollo got hooked, which is really good. I need to start doing that. And he's constantly just like next to his teammates to fight with them. Looking for a pillow here because they're all stacked on top of each other. This is really good. And then immediately when the ult's off cooldown, we're just looking for picks. We're looking to get active and look for picks. And we're backing away. Playing for buff. This is just very good support gameplay that's very disciplined. I think it's the big thing that I'm not good at. It's like I just run in. I need to stop doing that shit. So right now at 10 minutes, there's a lot of downtime. You could either try to push blue or you can just look to box and like steal, like take farm. He's probably asking his team to have that center because he is a little bit behind right now compared to where he would want to be. But as you can see, there's like a lot. There's nothing really going on the map. There's no objectives to take, and that's why he's in the tunnels. Okay, he uses his minions for that. Okay, interesting. He's probably going to take the tunnels now either back to yellow or mid boxes. I don't know. I feel like you wouldn't want to go back. He's kind of just looking around the map, seeing if there's anyone that wants to do something here. Okay, so taking the small creeps is a little crazy to me. I don't know. I feel like I would never do that. So even in comp, this guy is still like farming. It's like still okay to farm. Because like looking at this blue fight, it's just not ideal. I mean, we can see what he sees on the map. He wants to be really hesitant here because he has a huge bag. But it seems all inning, so he kind of has to go. It looks really good, actually. So now it's okay for him to go. Someone hit some crazy like combos there to hit a lot of damage. Sees the Mirage is TPing. As you can see, he's not being like super aggressive because he has the bag. Like he would play a lot more aggressive earlier on in the game because he doesn't really care about his life as much on REM. Like he's allowed to be more aggressive and try to get in there. But because he has a bag, he's like playing pretty safe and trying to play in areas where he's like pretty close to a vent, so it's easy for him to get out. He's trying. He's probably not going to run to the rift immediately. He's probably going to go into these tunnels or try to get this camp, maybe try to buy before this, because he really wants this decay buy before the first rift. Like, ideally, you'd want to be around 8k before this rift happens. It didn't end up happening, but like his team is playing so well that it doesn't really matter. As you can see, he got the buy, and now he's going to show up to the fight. Immediately decays Abrams, puts a pillow down because he's trying to reduce his cooldowns. That's something, if you're new to REM, something really important is that if you hit your pillow, it's going to subtract the cooldowns from like everything. And this could be on anything, even on creep waves. You can reduce the cooldown of your everything, like your entire kit. So it's very important you're doing that, especially when your ult and your 2 are on cooldown. As you can see, he's not like over tempoing. He's just sitting on the objective so his team can be aggressive. And he's going to heal them when they get low. He's only using tag along when he sees it's going to get max value on people. That's the only reason he's doing it. If someone was like a little bit, like a sliver of HP lost, he wouldn't go on them. This is a really good sleep. He jumps on someone that's in the air, and then is in the air. It's very easy to look down and hit multiple people with the REM ult. Yeah, at this point the fight's over, because as you can see, the whole time we had Venator pushing a side lane. The first rift doesn't really matter all that much. There's probably like a mechanical mistake somewhere in here. It just didn't work out for them. I think overall the way that Obikym's playing though is like it's very well like disciplined. He positions very well. He's in the fights that he needs to be in. He tunnels to get a specific item and then plays off of that item into a team fight, which was really good for Rift there. And now, I mean, they're just going to try to keep this pressure over on yellow, which I don't know. I don't really agree with. I think this guy was going to die anyway. I think you're just better off going somewhere else, like right off the rip. But maybe he thought he could save cosmetical. Maybe there was a comm there or something. I don't know. All right, so we have to ask ourselves again, what's the next objective? And that's what we're playing for. We can maybe try to force people out of our farm. That's another like okay thing to do. But like right now, we're just trying to walk around, box, get money, see where the next fight takes us. Resto Locket is a really good item on REM. I would say it's like a must buy almost always, because it doesn't apply to just you, but when you're on somebody, it applies to both you and the person you're on. So it's a very good item to save people. Once you have that, maybe he could have saved cosmetical, but that's the reason why I'm thinking he couldn't save this guy when he's this deep. Again, we got 30 seconds until the next buffs. He's just walking around the map. I'm surprised he's not stealing centers as much, but it's probably just because the enemies are on them. Yeah, he's just going to try to run around the map and farm centers from the enemies. Be really annoying. It's hard for him to get blue prio by himself, so he's always trying to play next to teammates, which is why he went back to green. He got green prio at least, which is going to... Again, he's showing up for the buff timer 5 seconds before. Like, this is why he's here. Always putting minions on the creeps. I'm actually curious. He's never putting it on heal. He brought his item through REM. You're right. You're correct. I actually didn't see that. Buying through the wall. Very strong. Very smart. While playing next to the buff, which is really good. I'm curious why he never puts his minions on heal creeps, or if he's just like missing. All right, when he hears someone, he's not going to try to fight them. He's just going to try to run to a teammate that's nearby. And right now, he's just baiting. Like, he knows he's not going to die to this Mo Krill 100-0. It's impossible. And then once the Mo Krill's overextended, they should be able to maybe find a pick here. I want to say maybe. So far, though, the build looks pretty normal. It's like kind of what I would buy. He does buy extra spirit. I wonder why. Probably just for better, like... The thing with comp is like, if you just like need to buy, like you need an item, you have the souls to do it, and you have the time to do it, you just kind of buy. So that could be like a reason why he's doing it. I mean, extra spirit's just good for pillow and for your 2 as well. It's really, really good. All right, his team's trying to fight on the, yeah, they're fighting on an objective here. That's why he shows up. Because this fight looks, I mean, at this stage of the game, you get the Guardian right after, and he's just helping his team do what they want to do. He's just enabling them when they go in. This is a great sleep because it's a winning fight. I don't think he would sleep unless it's a winning fight, because he would just try to get out. It should, it converts the pick into the Abrams, and now they can leave pretty easily, I think. 10 seconds on tag along. Yeah, they just leave. All that space that they made on blue as well as making it so that Cosmetical can take a 1v1 on Venator on the side lane and gets a free walker. Now they're ahead because of it. Again, he didn't waste heal until that Billy had like enough HP for it to actually heal. The only reason he goes on Hoot here is because no one else was like able to be tag along to. So he needed to just stay in tag along. That's like the only situation where you would go on someone that has full HP. Because it's a burst heal. He's going to Resto Lock at this Billy. And this Billy is already half HP again. That's why this item's OP. If someone else, if another teammate came in and helped, they'd probably actually kill very fast. But it was a really weird spot to fight into the Abrams. To be honest, there he probably could have just like let the Billy just die. Because now this enemy team gets mid-boss. I think it's better just to let the Billy die there and then take a 5v6 on mid-boss. But maybe I'm wrong. The thing is that when I look at their team, enemy team doesn't have like any ults for that like little room. So like if more people come in, like maybe they win. It's hard to say. That's something I'd have to VOD everything and like see how the fight went. Now he's buying the healing booster and Arcane Surge. I mean, they're both just very good items for REM. He's got a lot of healing now. He's got his green spike. The extra spirit's really nice. He's trying to get here, but like it's just too late. I wonder what he does though. He's still gonna try to help this guy. I mean, they got two people fighting this. I guess it's not terrible to fight. I mean, he's just gonna die for it though, no? He takes the rejuve. I don't think this is a good fight to take at all. There's actually no way he lives, right? He Resto Lockets himself? I mean, fuck it. I mean, he kept him there long enough that they actually won. Did they actually get 2 out of the 3 rejuves? I thought they only got 1. Oh, yeah, okay, they did get 2. Okay, Zergy's the goat. Never mind, yeah. They want to fight because they have rejuves. For some reason, I was looking at the top and I wasn't looking at the side. I thought they got 1. Okay, yeah, of course they want to fight. This is a good fight. My fault, my fault. Zergy's the goat. My bad, my bad. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Zergy's him. So they're gonna tempo the walker because they have 4 killed. If you didn't have 4 killed, you shouldn't waste your rejuves like on walker if they still had rejuves, for example, and they didn't fight. But because there's 4 dead, that's why they can go. And then immediately we're looking in the enemy farm. The thing that he's doing that I'm not is he's using the little helpers to just farm centers faster. He's not just putting them on them and leaving. So that's something you can do when you want to steal centers, which is really, really, really smart. He maxes his 2 first, which is pretty standard. And then he's going to max his little helper second, also standard. The other thing I find odd is he is farming. He is still just taking bits and pieces where he can get them. Because what he's really looking for is probably like 1,600 souls to just buy something fast. And then leaving the rest of the farm for everyone else. Puts two little Remling things on there. I wonder what he buys here. He's probably going to send a minion to the shop. Or does he not want a 1,600 buy? I guess he doesn't want one. So right now they're just waiting for the team to come over with Calico. They're just stalling. He's just playing in a position to get ready to walk with the Apollo. When he takes an aggressive trade on the somebody. He puts a decay on whoever the Apollo is going after to try to find a quick pick to start the fight. Hops a Listic, hops to the front line. Dodges the Abrams stun. And he's just healing from people back and forth who like need the healing. Notice how the Apollo was fighting the whole time and could have gotten tag along too, but again, had full HP. There was no need to actually jump to that guy. He's getting very active after the fact too, and like doing a lot of quick melees, which is very, very good. That's how you do damage on support, is melee. Constantly throwing pillows. Again, he has another tag along because of pillows. Notice how he has no cooldown at all, but he's just hitting pillows constantly. Again, he backs off. He just tries to live. He's not trying to die. I mean, overall, this is all like very, like, again, disciplined, good team fighting. Unfortunate that the Apollo gets spared and Insta dies. I'll be honest. Puts a minion on, or a Remling, sorry, on the Billy and the Calico. And they're just going to run away with this now. Overall, the positioning is like very much supportive focused. I mean, you're playing Rem. The main thing I wanted to see is like when he goes tunnels. He hasn't gone tunnels like at all this game, which is making me believe that he is just giving that all to Calico. The reason why he takes doubles here, by the way, guys, you don't want to do this usually. The reason why he takes it is because people are down on his side and they have 6. They should, like, enemy team could be pushing doubles right now. So he wants to try to secure that before it's too late. Safely. So right now, if I were to guess, he's probably just saving up for Scourge for Billy. Billy Scourge will just do so much in this game. And that's why he's farming. There's like a lot of downtime right now. There's no like rift or anything. They're just trying to soak up the farm around the map. He's trying to quickly and effectively just take up all this farm to get Scourge. That's all he's doing. Before this next like buff fight. Is probably what's coming up next. As you can see, not a lot going on right now. Yep, there's the Scourge buy, and he's going to have that. Now they're going to try to look for something with Billy, more than likely.
Kid, you got great taste.
So immediately he's going to look to get a lot more aggressive and play in like more central parts of the map now that he has his money. And they're probably going to start looking at pushing up all these waves and maybe looking for a pick. He puts Remlings down just so that he isn't walking too close up because he doesn't know where the Mokril is. He saw him on the map, but doesn't want to like show. It's a good way to actually defeat the minion wave without like telling the enemy team where you are, like pinpoint exactly. You can use the Remlings so that you're off the map. As you can see, though, he buys Scourge. He buys an item to enable a teammate, and then he chooses to walk with that teammate that you're going to enable.
I see crew.
Mid's up in 1:15. Again, he's still just sitting with Billy. Because they are active right now. They're online. They're just trying to bait something to happen in blue, really. It's like a lot of downtime. Next objective is buffs and earn. So they're probably just going to sit here, push this next wave after farming a little bit in between these waves. Because there's literally nothing to do on the map. And then just look for buffs after. It's like legit exactly what he's going to do. He's using his Remling to buy expansion for, I'm assuming, his ult? I think he walks too far away from his Remling, though. Because he really wants this wave prio. I mean, they played too far away and they gave up prio for nothing because they just weren't there in time for the wave. If he put those Remlings on the wave, he probably just gets the wave prio anyway. That was a little bit of a mistake on ammo. As you can see, this is the objective. This is where the fight happens. And he's probably just, yep, he's just going to put Scourge on the Billy. He's going to decay the Abrams. And he's going to stop this Abrams from ulting in. It was a trade of like cooldowns in that fight. They use Abrams ult, and we use Rem ult. Like that's honestly fine. It makes the mid-boss fight like a little bit more appealing for the side of buff enjoyers now, which is your blue team right now. Although they still do have the Celeste ult, so they do have to worry about that. Again, looking with Billy once the Scourge is online. Debuff Reducer, I'm assuming just for if someone gets hooked. I wonder if debuff reducer works if you're on an ally target. Do you know, Aiden? You can probably also give unstop to someone actually while you're on REM tag along, which is kind of insane, no? Could be really good, actually. I don't know if it applies to teammates you're on, though. If you can give debuff reducer to, like, someone that gets hooked while you're on them, or, like, someone that gets, like, what's it called, like, Mokrill on them. I swear it's just actives. Because I don't know why you would buy debuff reducer here. Like, I don't feel like you're the one that's going to get targeted, but... that's something that would be interesting to test, actually. Because that would be, like, really good. Like, you're buying, like... debuff reducer when you're on someone that is getting Mokrill ulted and it reduces the time. Like, that's OP, you know? Divine Barrier next, which I'm not really sure what for, actually. Maybe for Mirage?
Let's go blue.
Could be good for Mirage. And I mean, right now, though, like, it's pretty standard. Like, he's leaving the farm, I'm assuming, to the Calico in the tunnels, and he's just following his Billy around with Scourge. Might also be so he can heal through the stuns. The thing is, he's not getting... I mean, I guess it's easier for him to, like... if he does get caught, it's easier for him to just leave after. I mean, maybe that's... could also be for Mirage. I don't know. It's hard to say. There are a lot of stuns, though. Like, it's not like it wouldn't help occasionally. He's also putting the Scourge on the Billy before he actually goes on to him. Which I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it or not. I guess it's just because he doesn't want to waste the heal. All right, so they get a pick and they're immediately going for mid-boss. Another pillow here should be allowing him to have the ult in time if he hits the pillow. Yeah, it's a 5-second cooldown reduction. He'll have it for the fight at least. He won't have it right away. He gives minions to everyone so they have resist. They don't even fight it on that side. They just opt to trade a walker instead. Which honestly is the right play because they lost their Celestial and they also lost their Abrams ult. It's just not worth dying for it and staggering. But that pick was very, very strong. So yeah, he's not always going into like he's not trying to tag along to everyone always. Because he doesn't want to waste it when they already have full HP. So he's not always using tag along just to do actives. That's the mistake that I do. Sometimes it's just better to just pop Scourge on someone and not waste the tag along until like they actually need it. Especially since his heal is pretty buffed right now because he's got extra spirit. His healing is doing a lot. Like 26% missing health as burst healing. Brother, that's insane. The lower they are, the more it does. Like, oh my goodness, it's OP. It is actually OP. Plus you got Resto Locket. If it's like a Billy that's one shot and then you Scourge him after, like that's OP. All right, we have Divine Barrier. It's just in general a really good buy. I wonder if does cooldown get reduced as well when you're here? No, spirit power is increased. The duration, 35% bonus barrier as well. Like it's actually just so OP.
Good job.
So he's honestly probably only going to be proccing this Divine Barrier item when he's on his teammate tagalogging. But the Scourge is a little different because like once they're in there, like the Scourge is just an OP item in general.
This doesn't feel very safe.
All right, so he kills the heal creep so that his wave will push on blue, but he doesn't kill the whole wave because he just can't. And now with rejuves, they're going to push in. Okay, so he's not even using his actives while tagged along to people. He's only using the tag along. He's prioritizing the heal on tag along more than anything. Because he's going to put it on the Billy here, and then he's probably going to Resto Lock it later. I would have Resto Locketed the guy. Maybe he doesn't need to. Maybe he can still just hold it because they're already winning the fight. There's like no need to waste all those stacks. I mean, it is pretty, like, this is the first time his Resto Locket's been at 25 stacks, so it is pretty hard to build it.
Spirit urn is here.
And yeah, with 2 rejuves and 2 down, they probably get a shrine and leave. They could arguably drop as well because they have enough time on these rejuves. I do think it's a little bit risky though, because like the rejuves are going to run out and then the enemy team is just going to jump on you. It's probably better just to go for 1 shrine, which is what they go for.
Headed to blue.
Thank
All right, so duration is really good here because it's for literally everything. Like, it's a longer Scourge. He's using the REM minions so that he doesn't have to actually go by himself. But yeah, longer Scourge, longer tag along, longer sleeps, longer movement slow on the pillows. Overall, just a very good buy. And yeah, I'm assuming the only way that this Calico got so rich was just because she was perma in the tunnels, and we were just giving all the farms to her. If there was no one else to take farm in tunnels, I'm sure the REM would be taking more. Cooldown is, I'm assuming, for either alt or the 2. It's probably for tag along, if I were to guess. Guess we won't see because he's running too far away from his minions.
Without your help, we would be in peril.
He's running too far away from the shop, but it's fine. He just kind of uses it because he has one, and like maybe he'll get it. Yeah, it's either for alt or his 2 for compressed cooldown. Could also be for maybe pillow, and probably not. I think his pillow gives cooldown reduction, so it's like maybe you cooldown reduct the pillow so that you're getting even more. I mean, cooldown reduction is just good in general for everything, and he's gonna get superior cooldown next anyway. If he puts Scourge on the Billy, he does not waste his tag along right away. That's a big thing that I'm doing. He does not waste the tag along right away. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, dude. Hold on. We need to look at this at 0.25. Aiden, there has to be a reason why he's actually going on this tag along target, right? Like, the debuff reducer has to work on this. I'm actually curious. I'm actually so curious, brother. Like, I want to see when he gets Mo ulted. He's going to go back in. Okay, it's because he has stun. Okay, it's because he got cursed. We're going to have to test this in the practice range after. But the reason why he goes on the guy is because he gets cursed and then he divine barriers it. He's just keeping him alive with heal. I mean, it's also because he has divine barrier. I think it's like that guy's going to insta-die no matter what. It's very risky to go on that unless there's a reason, right? I mean, I guess he just thinks the burst heal is going to do enough to help him because it is Billy. It's a percentage-based heal. It's kind of OP. And at this point, he's just fighting with the team. He almost has another Scourge. Who does he put it on? It's either Calico or Apollo. Or he just puts it here to give Spirit Resist to the Venator. I mean, anyone that's going to be on top of people is just the best target. W parry. And now they're going to probably just win the game. At this point, that's 6 dead. They're going to drop, and they might even just look to end. What they're probably going to do is drop into mid-boss and to end. It's going to be drop, mid-boss, or drop, and then mid-boss, or if the enemy team ints, they're just going to kill that guy, and then it's end. This guy's like 1 HP, so he's just 2ing the guy. He's just 2ing his team as he leaves. Yeah, see, this is the thing. They're not actually going to drop because mid-boss is spawning. So the minions are going to drop while they're doing the mid-boss. And then they're going to end the game. Because if they kill the patron, all of these respawns get reduced. It would make it harder to get mid-boss. It's more important to keep this alive and do mid-boss. Now, if I were the enemy team here, I would just let the patron get dropped and just play for mid. I feel like that's the only way you win this. I don't think you defend base. Not against this. I think they just have to let it drop and then go for the fight.
The rejuvenator is descending.
Because they don't have ults during that. Like, it's playable, but like they also don't have Together's ult. It's just shit. To be honest, the game was lost for that team like from the start. Not from the start, like from an earlier point in the game, that didn't matter. He bought Boundless. Boundless is just good for more damage and also just a lot more healing, like a lot more healing. As you can see here, 29% and then 234 health per second. That's OP. They look for a pick on the side lane on Mo, and then it's just GG. There's nothing that I believe this is Abraham's can do. This is just go next. Go next game. Overall, what I would say we learned from this is like, you don't want to tag along too early before people are actually low HP. And it's okay to Scourge someone when you have Scourge if no one is low HP, to just Scourge without being on top of someone. It's okay to just not do that and just chill. Also, making sure you're using your Remlings and also meleeing the Sinners at the same time, because then you're effectively farming it at 2x speed, which is really good. And when you have a Calico, really just leaving the tunnels to the Calico is what ended up happening here. I'm sure that the breakables for that Calico were just like way more from Calico than it was for him. He also farmed a little bit as well throughout the game, but he was only farming for like an item that he really needed. He wasn't like stealing farm from his carry. Like at the end of the day, Cosmetical is still really, really strong right now, 46k. So is their Lash, like their pause 1, pause 2, really, really strong. He made sure that he gave farm to the people that wanted it in the ways that they wanted it. Giving Calico boxes, not taking too much farm from the Lash and the Venator, and then, you know, fighting with this Apollo and making sure that they were tempoing the whole game. All in all, very, very well done from Obikym. I would say that REM is a character that is actually pretty difficult to pull off because you need to know a lot of macro things, but by watching a pro game, you can kind of see like where the macro is coming. So just to end this off, souls by source, we can look at the Calico. She had 9k from breakable pickups, and then the REM only had 4k. So a lot of the tunnels were just being left to the Calico. So I mean, look, 6k from trophy collector, 9k from breakable pickups. We were just funneling all of those souls over to the Calico. And then from neutral enemies, I mean, 9k on REM is pretty high. I mean, if you look at that, that's higher than pretty much anyone else on the team. I mean, other than Apollo. I mean, a lot of this was like enemy farm that he was stealing, and like enemy like Sinners machines is what he's stealing here. Oh, camera in the way. Well, yeah, okay, that's fair. But I mean, Calico had 9k from breakable pickups and 5k from trophy collector, whereas REM only had 4k from breakable pickups. So a lot of when you have a Calico on your team, the REM is giving a lot of those farm to the Calico, 100%. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all for watching this VOD review of Obikym on the REM. Maybe we will have some like commentary on the main channel soon for REM when I learn this character a little bit better. But until next time, I've got to peace out and paz out. I'll see you in the next one.